My name is Kenny Urban. I come from. Where did I come from?
What? That's not even funny.
I know. Doesn't make any sense. No, I just.
You got it.
Let's go.
How you doing? My name is Kenny Urban. I'm from Monroe, Connecticut, which is a small town not too far away from New York City, which I'm very grateful for. I met these guys through the American Beatbox Championships, which I found online. I didn't even know was a real thing. And I went and watched, and it was the same year actually as Kayla went and watched. And I realized there's this big community that does what I do, and I couldn't believe it. This was the first time that I met like 100 different people who do the same exact thing as I do, and I thought I was almost the only one doing it. And ever since, I've just been hooked. I've been performing with these guys, competing, and doing it because I love it, and I'll never stop. Beatboxhouse.com.
My name's Kayla Milady. I grew up in Long Island, but now I live in the city. I started beatboxing when I was like 10 years old. I guess my signature like style or sound to be is adding vocals or vocal-like techniques. I do a lot of trumpet, or I do beat rhyming where I beatbox and say words at the same time. So
Give us a little example of that.
okay. Break it down again, right to the rhythm. Come on, get it deep and down again. Can you seek it down the groove?
Wow, nice sound.
My name is Amit. I'm originally from Bangladesh. I moved to Queens at the age of 6. Signature sound of mine, I would say, would be, it's called the OD bass now, and it's a lot of people are starting to learn it. It's and how I use it in a beat. It's like that.
My name's Neil Meadows. I go by the name of Napalm. I grew up in a small town next to Pittsburgh. It's a little town called Slickville. Not a lot of people live in Slickville, so I'm part hillbilly in my nature, but that's okay. I mean, if I had to pick a signature sound out of my style, I would say there's this thing that beatboxers do. It's called a lip roll. Yeah.
What's a lip roll?
It's you just drag air in your lips and it creates a vibration such as, but there's so many different ways to do it. You could do a breathing, you could do a breathing out, like, all the different ways to do it.
Sweet lip rolls.
My name is Gene Shinozaki. I'm from Boston, but I grew up in Claremont, California. I guess my signature sound would be my clicks.
My name is Chris Elise, and I grew up in New York City. My parents are originally from the Philippines, but I was born in Long Island, fun fact. And I guess when it comes to signature sound, I don't feel like I have a signature sound, but what I do have are signature grooves. And my favorite signature groove is...
Shoulder lean and lean back.
Yep. People pay money to go to a live show, not necessarily to listen to the music, because you can do that on a record. They go to be with other people to join in this experience holistically with the performers. So what we want to do with the house is kind of rebrand this art form along with other musicians like Reef Swung as like, this is music. We're here to make music. We're here to connect with other individuals who want to hear our story.
To the end of the night, beats blasting just to keep our minds right. Feel the energy in your bones. Music from the soul, you can never let it go.
When it comes to beatboxing as an instrument compared to other instruments, you look at a piano, all the notes are right there in front of you. So you have to learn how to play in between them and put them together. But with your mouth instrument, there's no ceiling. So there's so many capabilities, and they haven't all been found yet. Like, I cannot see these guys or another beatboxer in New York City for like 2 days, and I'll come back and they'll have a new sound. I'm like, what? And it's a sound that I feel like no human has ever done before, ever. It just sounds completely new, and it's just crazy what a little bit of experimenting and probably time in your hands can do.
Early morning to the end of the night.
The love that we have for this brings us together, and beatboxing really is a universal language. It seems like it doesn't matter where we go in the world. Everybody loves music. You just have to find the certain style of music that they like to connect to them. And all of us have been around the world, and we go to these events where you're beatboxing with people who we don't speak the same language. Like, we'll go and meet up with the Asian beatboxers, and I don't know Chinese and they don't know English, but we can get to know each other, and we're connecting and building, and we're communicating with each other. It just shows you, like, what does communication really mean.
You can still connect without having to speak. Life has a beat. When you're walking on the street, there's a rhythm, there's a tempo. And it's the same with beatboxing. Everyone follows some sort of pattern. So when you make music with someone, you don't have to be speaking the same language. You just have to be feeling the same emotion and rhythm and energy. And beatboxing is so fucking much energy.
Yeah.
You know, it's so fucking
know,
beautiful. You know what I mean?
We're also like some of the best in America as well. In the world. In the world.
Yeah.
Jeez. We've done a bunch of competitions together. We're always consistently in the top 16 together. So.
And it's cool because the American scene, like 3 years ago, wasn't really a scene. Beatboxing started here in America, but it was very individual. We had like Razel, Kenny Muhammad, Dougie Fresh, all these people, but they really wanted to be like solo acts. And so 3 years ago, that's when the kind of family now as it is today, the American family, which is like all of us, we like met each other at a battle, and that's when we kind of looked at each other and we're like, this is awesome, we need to start pushing ourselves. So now to see where we've come, and also where like the American beatbox scene has come, is really beautiful.
To fall in love. To fall in love.
This year's World Beatbox Championships, where America came and we really represented. Kayla is the new female World Beatbox Champion.
And this is the vice world champ of the world.
She made a top 8. We made top 3 in tag team. America really just came out of nowhere, and we killed it. We represented to the fullest, and people were saying France and America killed the World Beatbox Championships, and France is always a top contender, and it's awesome to be compared to them, and awesome to be able to be considered one of the best when we were a few years ago considered one of the worst.
My head right around, right round. When you go down, when you go down, down. You spin my head right around, right round. When you go down, when you go down.
People don't know about beatboxing really, so it's like there's masters of this unknown underground art form. So people aren't coming to you looking for beatboxing, because a lot of times beatboxing have this idea in their head that it's still just kind of like boo ka boo 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 ka chicky chicky boo ka. So the way that I have to get shows, or the way I have to make sure that I pay my rent being a beatboxer in New York City, is like really like guerrilla warfare kind of tactics, where it's like I have to go out. That's why we street perform. That's why it's like people aren't coming to find beatboxers, so we have to show them what this art form is. Mm-hmm. And we still perform, and people are like, what? I've literally never heard that before.
You spin my hair right around, right around.
I think the beauty of New York City is it's the city of freestyle. Like, this is where hip hop stemmed from. This is where beatboxing came from. So the spirit of just that freestyle energy is so in the air all the time. You'll be on the subway and be beatboxing or kind of jamming along to your headphones, and a dancer will come right next to you, or like a rapper will come. Everybody is just always looking to collaborate.
So it's the different story never to be told before. Keep it rocking right to the beat. Keep it rocking in between. You and me intertwined. Yes, it's that destiny. It's moving up your spine. It's the only thing you feel and need.
The first reaction we'll get, if I'll do it, people will go, wow, is that your mouth? What is that? But if you really listen to us, beatboxing, it's doable. Anyone can make music from their mouths, and most people have. Growing up, most people have mimicked some sort of instrument, or sang, or tried to do.
Something.
So beatboxing it's really relatable. So being able to perform it and people to understand, like, wow, that's something I could maybe do. I think that gives so much more to really what we're doing.